All right. Let's snoop a boot. I'm gonna run. I'm sure it's fine for my leg. I'm thinking I have to go back through the building. Yeah, I probably could have gone there first. I bet you I go back through the building and then take the door to the south where I kind of went through in my dream. Sorry, southeast. I guess I can take a look at the gun. Bolt action 446 caliber chain gong is a poor man's sniper rifle. While not the most reliable firearm, it's relatively precise due to a very manageable recoil, thus allowing the shooter to take multiple consecutive shots fast. Particular piece is missing a scope, though. Kind of casts a little bit of doubt on the sniper theory. Water rushes below. Oh. Bill's here. Firing slit, you can see inside. There's a up there too, but wait, can I get there from here? Really? Oh. Must have taken direct hit, take out such a huge chunk. The distant sound of cargo ships, signal horns echo in the water. Betting I can't walk on water anymore. That chain.
A strange feeling, looking at the water. Maybe you should just wander off into the sea.
See, I should have done all this first.
And walk in.
Because that's what I literally do in the dream.
With a bottle in your hand.
Bottle in my hand?
Always.
But it's cold.
Yes, cold and still. But love is warm, like the inside of her mouth.
No. We're not going back to this. Harry.
Yes. No. We're not starting with that. Not now. Not this time. This thought is over.
Alright, raise my sight.
In the still mirror of the bay, you see Martinez, reflected. Tall edifices of ruins reach into the water, like shimmering towers. And the shacks too. Pine trees and motor lorries, upside down. Islets and posts, like stepping stones, lead into the water in front of you. Go. Step in. It's been too long.
Why though?
Perhaps there's someone there, under the water, waiting for you, where it has always been, in front of the video rental, on the corner, at the crossing.
We should have done all this first.
Smelling of tutti frutti, baby. You know it's going.
Oi. Winch is broken. How do we get up here? Oh, there. Okay. Pain in your pelvis makes you wince, then you continue. Yeah, going uphill or upstairs like that must be brutal. Inside the fortress, you make out the console and the blast door. Or that's just responding to the fact that I'm running. The depot that supplied this chain has long gone from the coast. Oh, there's more fuel. I guess if we didn't already have the fuel, we could have used this to start the generator. Yeah. Weathered artillery map showing coordinates in the Bay of Revershall. An old medicine cabinet newly stocked with dramamine. Nice.
There's a rain-soaked mattress on a concrete slab, only half covered by the crumbling roof. At the head of it, double embrasures, firing slits like two eyes in the wall.
B triple prime. This looks like a good place to shoot from.
Looks like a good place to shoot from, yeah.
A single-person mattress, modern, civilian use. Brand name, Marjorie. There's a fuel stain on the cover, along with cigarette burns. And an empty can of beans on the ground next to it, filled to the brim with cigarette butts. The silhouette of a tobacco picker adorns the paper filter. The brand, Tio Morteri.
Yeah, we did find those before.
This guy gets around.
There's a firing slit in the wall in front of you, like a little window. quite old and grimy from years without cleaning by anything other than the rain.
Look through the hole in the concrete.
The springs screech as you lean on the mattress and crane your neck to look out. Trepidation, a tingling feeling in your stomach. A small piece of Martinez coastline opens up in the square in front of you, like a tiny landscape painting. 1 kilometer across the water, the ruins look familiar.
On the left?
A towering skyscraper, its top floors shaved off by artillery fire. Capeside apartments. Rue de Saint-Ghislain, 33A and 33B.
On the right?
The red chimney and collapsed back of the 4-story tenement in front of the whirling in rags. Rue de Saint-Ghislain, 10. The doomed commercial area.
Between the two.
The box-shaped silhouette of the whirling in rags. Its sloped roof, a tiny fleck of light catches your eye on the rooftop. Sunlight reflecting off the upstairs window of Clausia's room.
Motherfucker.
What does that mean? Do you have line of sight to the window?
Yeah, although I still feel like this doesn't seem like a very likely shot without a scope. And his rifle doesn't have a scope. I don't think this is all wrapped up yet.
More than that.
Came with a pair of binoculars I would be able to see inside the room.
A pair of binoculars? Or a scope of a rifle?
Yeah, but where's the scope?
You'd be prone, lying on a mattress, barrel
He might still have it on his person. He might reveal it.
I think we have it. The origin of the shot. This is the sniper's nest.
Pat, pat, pat.
Affirmative.
Why didn't we come here before? Because the game literally wouldn't let us, but...
Why? We don't go everywhere in the 1,000-meter radius of the crime scene. That's not procedure.
6 people are dead. We could have prevented it.
Don't beat yourself up.
No, I'm good at beating myself
We
up.
did not put guns in their hands or get them drunk.
The lieutenant pauses. Regret comes over him.
We will make up for it. Here. I feel it.
Okie
There's a
dokie.
rain so
B triple prime. This
All right. So that's searched. The new inventory is just a can of fuel. Yep. Okay. I mean, I'm not convinced that this is all the evidence, but at least we can state that we did find the sniper's nest and it's got a good view. Maybe it's going to be enough to get him to spill the beans. Since as the game keeps telling us, he wants to confess. Hey, we didn't go everywhere. This is one of the possible shooting sites. Exactly. I'd calculated this one. I really thought we'd be able to ask the rich lady. All right.
Minions of capital. What do you want?
Okay. We might... That's white recheck. We can... You know what? We can just YOLO this one. Because we'll probably get some modifiers. But all we're doing is assessing. Let's assess. I've got some points I can spend in composure, but that'll always unlock it. Let's just assess now. Because a fail might be interesting, too.
what struck
We didn't
me
fail.
about this gaunt man is not the stomach pain, or the cough, or the malnutrition. For a man who's spent 44 years hidden in the urban wild,
He is surprisingly okay.
indeed, he speaks fluidly. His movements are rapid, if erratic. His voice, despite the cough, is there. It is capable of expressing complicated ideas. Above all, he seems animated.
Animated by what? Is it speed?
It's a mystery. This animation comes at a cost too. Erratic hand gestures, thought processes cut off like threads, as he just stares at the logs or the reeds. He also suffers mood swings, bubbling to the surface, unconstrained by his nervous system.
Dementia?
You've seen demented people before. This feels similar, yet different. When his thoughts move, they are lucid, keen even, not senile. Is this some kind of substance damage? Like he's addicted to something? Not only the painkillers he's clearly on.
Yeah, are you on some kind of psychoactive substance?
No. I won't be stuffed full of shit like the rest of this city.
It's not a downer, rather an upper, judging by his snaps.
What about pyrohalidin, which is the Also prescribed for radiation, if I recall correctly.
I don't know what that is.
What about amphetamines?
Like some kind of decadent rock star.
Or a super cop? Are you okay? How's your memory?
No, I'm not okay. I shit blood, and I'm surrounded by insane people.
There's only one person here who's insane.
There it is again.
Kim's fine.
Erratic hand motions, bouts of rage, and the stomach thing too, of course. Could it be a symptom of overdosing on something? Something even you have not tried? Keep your eyes peeled.
One more time. The Colonel. We need to talk about you killing him.
Petty bourgeois law. This is all you care about?
I mean, it's literally murder, so yeah, we're kind of concerned.
For you types.
A drop of blood in the saliva. That's right. Pile it all on him now. 3 should do it. Maybe 4.
Thanks for breaking it down for me there. So Maybells, behind the victim's window. I saw them growing here.
Damn Maybells. The whole island is turning white with them.
He seems tender suddenly. Nostalgic even. A strange mood swing.
So many this year, too. The spring is coming. No, it's already here. Wash the filth away.
I haven't seen these flowers anywhere else in Martinez. Only here.
They blossom on the islets before we fertilize them with our blood. Resurrection was snow white in May before they ruined it.
South, the Bay of Martinez is dotted with little freckles of islets, turning green, with white flowers in white snow.
The coast, too, before they piled their containers on top of it, filled with broken, useless trash for fat-fingered bourgeois children to...
Don't I know it?
You must get around a lot to stay undetected all these years. Do you know any secret paths? Pinball workshops?
Uh-huh.
I may.
Uh-huh. So young woman named Claudia. Ring any bells? Flowers like these were behind her window.
Classier.
Yeah, you know her, right? She had intimate relations with the victim, the mercenary.
With the victim.
Mm-hmm. Turns a sight from the whitening field of flowers and falls silent. Then the muscles of jaw twitch, a spasm.
There is a small tremble. Looks like a smile. A crooked smile. Yet isn't quite voluntary. He's about to burst.
I wonder, what brand of boots are you wearing?
Everything is brands with you individualists. Who cares what brand my shoes are? Sansa. Some shit.
Show me the soles, please, Mr. Douglas.
Fucking imbecile.
Old man stretches out his leg. A black and white spiral pattern covers the sole of the worn-out running shoes on his feet.
The maker is Sensorique. The model is Corbeil, and the size is 43. These are not the unusual horizontal pattern soles you saw in the dust on the floor of the hidden room. They do, however, seem to be about the same size.
Huh. Did you recently switch your shoes?
The size fits, but not the sole.
Maybe it's simpler than that.
Sire, he doesn't have to be wearing them right now.
Yeah, people change shoes. Doesn't mean you weren't there near the room the victim died in, sneaking around.
Racking those brains, are you? Desperate to report something back to your masters? They must have really loved that dead fuck.
The lieutenant gives you a quick sideways glance and nods to acknowledge. The prints were his. You can see it in those eyes.
It's all circumstantial so far, though. Unless we get a confession.
The old man stares at his own prints in the ash around the fire. Silent suddenly, some strange process within him. A gush of wind. Seagulls in the distance.
We've done the ballistics. The shot came from this island.
I saw you poking around there, looking for evidence. You're damn diligent when it comes to dead fascies. Did you like the view?
You had direct visibility. There are embrasures in the concrete, specifically meant for a top follower to use. And you had a long-range rifle in your possession. You've been here a long time, Mr. Dross. Too long. You clearly need medical aid.
I'm ready to die. I've done my part.
He's practically admitting to it. Dead fascists for fascists. Done his part.
The view is perfect with a pair of binoculars that could have seen in the room.
Because it's a sniper's nest, you stupid fuck. Radio Gosh is right. You have worms in your brain.
Leave no stone unturned. Get him on what matters most.
Well, I guess we'll go with this. I don't need your cooperation. I do have this. Again, it seems very circumstantial. Yeah, exactly.
Not a lot of guns around that use military-grade ammunition, are there?
It's a real gun. Not like your little musketeer pistol. I've seen you prance around with that. Jumping hoops for the Liberals. You look like imbeciles. Why don't you ask them to give you real weapons, eh? Going against automatic rifles.
Oh, you saw that! Ooh!
Of course you got all those boys killed.
That's awkward.
Damn, he saw you. He's watched it happen. So he saw you. Okay. So what?
We saved a lot of them. Alan, that other guy. Stop changing the subject. We have the murder weapon.
You know what? You're right. I'm convinced this made the shot. Should we call it?
You think we have the murder weapon?
4.46 jacketed ammunition, modified for range. We have it.
Calling it. We have the murder weapon. You know, we've called the cause of a murder before, and we're wrong, Kim. Are you 100% sure you want to commit to this one?
Good.
All right.
This feels good, doesn't it? Tearing things up like this. When you have the murder weapon, you have the killer.
Yeah, I'm feeling very satisfied. I don't feel like there's any loose ends here whatsoever.
Murder. You know who he was. A coalition-trained murderer. Armored and armed. He wasn't human. The blunt end of a hammer. Dripping with blood.
Yeah, no, I'm not saying he didn't deserve it.
Beating us to the ground. Moaning with joy. You hounds get so thorough when a company-trained killer dies. I haven't seen you on this coast for 40 years. You know, maybe I should have killed one sooner.
Uh-huh.
Got your attention. Now you stop beating druggies and prostitutes in your basement. Now you come to investigate. Not when they die by the hundreds.
This is it. Shot him. Shot him. Say shot him, not killed him.
So you shot him.
Oh, the inhumanity. One paramilitary less in Revachol.
The lieutenant raises his right arm to hush you. Hush. He does not need to be pushed anymore. The ball is rolling. While the lieutenant listens, holding his breath.
I will also hold my breath then.
I had them in my sights. Both of them. Him and the whore. I was breathing with them, in phase. And I pulled the trigger and flew on the air until I landed in his mouth.
Okay.
I didn't think I had a shot like that in me anymore. I did. I saw him kneel there with his mouth full of death, and that stupid look on his face. And his dick still in her.
Then what?
Nothing. I went to sleep. Next morning there were Maybells everywhere. The world was white, or what's left of it anyway. My last spring here. I knew the fascists would come to avenge their own.
Did the Maybells not bloom until afterwards? Kind of interesting. Which would mean he visited the site after the murder, which doesn't mean he didn't do it, and it doesn't mean there weren't Maybells before. But again, you know, there's something.
And so they did.
Mr. Dross, are you aware you're confessing to murder?
Yes.
And you were looking at them, the victim and a young woman, having sex, through the scope of your rifle that
Yeah, through the scope?
before you shot him?
The old man nods.
Why?
Because that's what they were doing.
The motive. This is where the motive is going to come from.
I don't understand. Do you, detective? I don't understand this part.
Yeah, why were you looking at them that night?
I'm always looking.
I mean, he's probably bored here.
Are you always looking through the scope of a rifle? I'm just trying to understand.
A rifle scope has the best magnification.
Sure, that makes sense.
And if you don't like it?
You pull the trigger?
Yes. Think of it as a form of critique.
I'm something of an art critic myself.
He will not stop now. These dialectical materialist types never do. Exploit it. You got him going. Connect every little piece now.
Yeah. What specifically did you not like about what you saw the night of the murder?
Them. Fucking. I didn't like that.
Were you jealous?
Jealousy is a reactionary concept. I didn't like the Reaver enjoying himself. Drugged out, soothed in the arms of a young woman. I wanted him to die so he could not enjoy life anymore.
Okay.
And I wanted to see his head explode.
I wanted her to see his head explode.
Too.
Voice actor missed a word.
She should know better than to hold a child murderer between her thighs. I
Okay.
knew he'd
Yeah,
do
I'm wondering
that.
how many other murders like this have there been?
Writhing. That's all it takes for the bullet to reach his head. Now that I think of it, I wasn't aiming for his mouth. I wanted his brains to spill out on her. But you can't have everything.
This man has seen past her, like you did.
How long have you been watching her?
Since she came to Martinez, I saw her sneaking in the reeds early in the morning, behind the Fell building.
Did you take the passports, or did she actually lie
Didn't
about
have a
it, or already
skimpy
collected it?
outfit on then. Just a spot in the night, moving,
Past the Fell building on the coast? What was she doing there?
hiding something in the water. She had a fag after she'd done it. I was up in the ruins there. She couldn't see me, but I could see her, smoking. She was nervous, but not scared.
And beautiful.
Do I taunt him for his jealousy, or is this just me making an inappropriate comment? Yeah.
That, too.
How could you see what she looked like? You said it was dark.
The sun came up. Her hair was like cobwebs. She smoked more fags and snorted a line of whatever shit she was on right there. She needed it just to move.
What do you think she hid there?
Her passport and tickets to Villiers. And from there to Cachet Brou.
Yeah, so you looked into that?
After she was gone,
Did you keep what was in it? When we found the submersible, it was empty.
no. Why would I do that? I didn't need tickets to Villiers. I'd put them back. If I wanted to extort someone, I'd do better.
This implies that he's thought about extorting her. Also, a little inconsistency here. He was surprised to hear her name Clausia before.
It's not her name.
Seen it on the documents.
Yeah. Are you sure we checked the submersible? There was nothing there.
Why would I need that trash? I'm not going to Villiers.
A strange confusion comes over him from time to time. Some kind of aberration of the nervous system.
Yeah, you saw her name on the passport before when I said her name, Clausia. You didn't seem to recognize it.
You didn't say Clausia in there.
Uh-huh. Yeah, what did it say?
It was something.
Dang it!
I don't remember.
Oh my god.
It was dark that morning. I only remember her face on the photo.
Fine. Did you keep watching her after this?
I did. She had a face like an archipelago with those birthmarks. And a body
I don't remember the birthmarks on her face.
bruised all over. Black and yellow. I could see she's taken a beating. I could see who she was, too. A spook. On the run. Revachol's the cloaca of capital now. All the bagmen and arms dealers end up here to do drugs and have sex like animals.
You could tell she was a spook? From the documents?
She had different color hair on the photo, and glasses. Forged. Some sordid bourgeois affair. I've heard about this kind of thing on the radio.
He's setting it up for you. The bruises. You can't make that out in a scope.
Yeah. You can see the bruises through the scope of the rifle?
You can't see bruises through a scope. It's just a blur.
All right. So how does he know those minute details about her body. We got the footprints in the dust, could have changed shoes, found the people. 97%, surely we're not going to snake eyes twice, right?
It quickly
Oh my
comes-
god, nearly. The bruise on her body, any chance you've seen them through a hole in the wall?
Oh, yes. Cutting those drugs of hers into little lines.
Yeah, this guy is a freak.
Masturbating.
Everything in him fills with impossible longing, all at once.
Did you make that hole?
With a clip point knife.
Good for listening in, too. For hearing the moan.
Well, okay, it might have been done before. Oh no, class has been there for months. Okay, because we thought the hole was months old for some reason. Okay. Did you ever see it through a window on a roof?
Like that, too. Yes. Bending like a bow against the glass.
So you've been through the secret route behind the whirling rags. Those were your footprints there. You just changed your shoes.
I've been through all of Martinez. Every nook and cranny.
That too.
Yes, that too. The things they did in that little room. What she'd do to feel good. Funny the way light works. You turn it on inside, and it gets so dark out, you can't see a man looking in. I learned that in the 20s, when they were still hunting me. I've seen people do some shit, but
Those two took the cake. You hear the familiar scribble of the lieutenant's pen. A quick glance at you. One more loose end down. We're doing this, detective.
How did you get in there? The hidden pinball workshop.
I can just walk in there now after a good wash. I told you, they think I'm an antisocial. Closing hour is a good time. The kitchen's empty.
You had to open
Yeah.
a steel door in the kitchen? How?
Yeah, you got a key?
I got that open a long time ago. Some bourgeois game merchant lived there. I don't know, 15 years ago. He left spare keys all over.
All over, okay.
I took one. Then I saw her turn the light on one night in my scope.
Andy found use for it. A spare key, like the one hanging behind the Union Box window.
Yeah, did you have feelings for the woman?
There's nothing to hold on to. Only this. It's not enough.
The coals of his eyes glisten suddenly, like stones dripping with water. Is he crying?
Man needs to feel something else. In this fight, it helps if you have your eye on something there. It's weakness, I know.
There have been others?
Yes, over the years. It's not unproletarian to feel something.
Is that why you left the dried flowers behind her window?
No,
Why then?
I don't really know. I was there one night and she was crying, like a child, in the corner of her room on the floor, like she does sometimes.
When was this?
The day after I killed him.
And you brought her Maybells.
Yes,
Okay.
I don't know why I do the things I do anymore.
You wanted to console her.
Maybe. I have these holes in my brain now. I wouldn't just sit here waiting for you. If you came 10 years ago, I would have killed you.
In the silence, the lieutenant draws a line in his notes, then nods at you once more. One more down.
So in conclusion, this wasn't about him. It was about her.
Her.
You hear a low frequency hiss, barely, beneath the audible spectrum.
It's the Mama Koda Kola Quada thingamabobbers.
The lieutenant nods at you in acknowledgement. That's it. Motive. We have it.
Where is she, that Clasier? I haven't seen her there for days.
She got away, but she let us here first. She figured out someone was watching her from the sea fort.
Gone. I knew it. She kept staring into the scope this last week at the island, like she knew. She'd look at night, crying.
I mean, I'm definitely at this point now convinced he done did it.
right into me. It doesn't matter.
Although we still have, like, where's your scope, bro?
Midtown, across the Bay of Revachol, the oceanic wind washes 40-story towers. Above them, Lausanne Central Aerodrome.
Oh, that's
A
where my
cocoon
X something
suspended
left.
in the sky by a web of suspension wiring.
He admitted to doing it. He sure did.
Aircraft.
And he's certainly giving us lots of details that could not possibly be made up. But something still feels weird. Maybe I'm just assuming there's going to be, a 17th twist in a row.